Be sure to listen all the way through the devotional for a new song that you can worship along with as you meditate on today's devotional. If you prefer to read and not listen, you can find the entire devotional in the video description, or you can go to ghapm.org/devotions and click on today's devotional.
Thursday, don't rush the recipe. Let's start with this thought. You're praying for the promise, but God is focused on the process. In our culture of instant gratification, waiting feels like a punishment. But what if the delay isn't a denial? What if God is using the waiting period to do the most important work of all? Not on your circumstances, but on your heart. There's a beautiful verse in Psalm 92, verse 13, that speaks to this. It says, "Those who are planted in the house of the Lord will flourish in the courts of our God." Let's unpack this powerful idea. God is not just a God of promise, but a God of process. This quote from the sermon is a game changer. We want the apple, but God gives us a seed. We want the miracle, but God invites us into a journey. Jesus waited 30 years before his public ministry began. Moses spent 40 years in the desert tending sheep. David was anointed king long before he wore the crown. Their waiting wasn't wasted time. It was preparation time. God was forging their character, deepening their dependence, and making them ready to handle the weight of the promise He had for them. Being planted, as the psalm describes, is about faithfulness. It's about choosing to stay put in relationship and fellowship, drawing life from the community and from God even when you don't see fruit yet. Like a tree, our roots must grow deep before our branches can grow high. If God gave us a massive blessing before our character was ready, it could destroy us. The process is His mercy. It ensures that when the suddenly comes, the blessing will be a reward, not a burden. So let's apply this to our lives. Ask yourself these questions. First, are you more focused on getting God's promise or embracing His process in your life right now? And second, what character trait, like patience, humility, or dependence, might God be trying to develop in you during your current season of waiting? And here's a simple action to take. Instead of praying, "God, get me out of this," try praying, "God, what do you want to build in me through this?" Now, let's talk to God together. Father, forgive me for rushing the recipe. Help me to trust your process. Teach me to be faithful while I wait, knowing that you are doing a deep and good work in me. Amen.
You give me a seed when I want the apple. You show me the need in this desert chapel. I'm praying for the rain, the promise to appear. You whisper in my name and telling me you're here, right here. And I will trust you in the process. I will trust you in the waiting. You're the God of more than promise. You're the God of cultivating. So I'll be planted by the water. Let my roots go ever deep. Faithful son and faithful daughter, your word I will keep while I'm in the process. The world is rushing by onto the newer thing. They never wonder why The shallow roots won't sing. They want the easy crown without the heavy cross. But I am settling down and counting it no loss. This waiting, 'cause I will trust you in the process. I will trust you in the waiting. You're the God of more than promise. You're the God of cultivating. So I'll be planted by the water. Let my roots go ever deep. Faithful son and faithful daughter, your word I will keep while I'm in the process. Moses in the sand, David with the sheep, Jesus by your hand, secrets you would keep. For 30 silent years you were prepared.